The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the Colorado and Jackson State products. It's Shedeur Sanders.
For all the success this young man has found in his rookie season, and there's been a lot of it, leading them to the #1 seed, well, now here's the moment. Is he the guy who can get the job done in the postseason? Be the player who elevates everybody around him. He's passed every test so far. They only get tougher.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Browns first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, but you can't do it better than that.
18 runs, 19 Chargers, not ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. That one's complete, right side. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. To kick it away. Darius Davis to return it. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Okay, you're not going to find a quarterback that will tell you it's not easier to play at home. It is in the playoffs. Right, the crowd is on your side, no travel. I think equally every quarterback will tell you there's nothing more rewarding, more fulfilling than going into somebody else's house and beating them. He's got that chance today.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Here's Herbert, first and 10. That throw behind his intended target. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And now it's second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards and hit a third down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So fourth down coming up. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another game to Judkins. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. Maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Let's go now. Clear. Wrap all 80.
Another one for Judkins. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Come on, come on. Ready, ready.
Judkins running between the tackles. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short, and this is going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list to play.
Now hang on. We've got a challenge flag out there. The Browns disagreeing with that last call. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting a football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the 1st down.
Let's go. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Roll. Let's go.
Judkins up the middle. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Go.
From the gun, Judkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains. That is one disheartening look on that defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All set now. 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Cowboy 80.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Judkins has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
60 by 6.
One more time with Judkins. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers get their offense set for their second drive. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from them on the road in the postseason. The tight end in motion now. Herbert now off the play fake. He gets this one to Gadsden. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Chargers, first down. A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going now. Just a yard left to go on second down.
At the Browns, 38-yard line.
No run here with Amari on Hinton. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
They'll have the first down and even more. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers, first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First and 10, Herbert. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Man in motion here. Second and 10 now, Herbert. Going with a screen to Hinton. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing the out route complete. And this is going to be fourth down, Brock. He's out of bounds well shy of what they needed there.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. Dicker connects there, and that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his rookie season has been among the best of all the guys we heard announced in this past NFL draft. You can see that late in this campaign, he is one of the top contenders for Offensive Rookie of the Year. To the air on first down, Sanders. Let's carry on the catch. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
To the right and pulled in by Judy. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down from the 42.
Here we go. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. He's caught. It's the South Carolina rookie. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Handoff now to Judkins. So call this a modest game here, Brock. About 3 yards, second down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
Here's Judkins on second down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
70, Hawk, 70.
Sanders now on third down. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
And Sanders going to throw here on first. He gets this to Harold Fanning Jr. complete. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 3-possession game.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. Route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 18.
Chargers 3.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. It's caught. This is Brad McConkey. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Brought in by Ganson. After the penalty, they pick up 2, make it 2nd and 13.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Herbert with a blitz coming. On to the left side, and Johnston has it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Chased out to it. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation, and he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Starts his return from the 23. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Back out now comes the Browns offense. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 70 Lions! Let's go!
Judkins headed right. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey. 60 by 6.
The give, here's Judkins. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
18 Cardinal.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Sanders back to throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB. We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. And the Browns get there and take him down. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
So it'll be second and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. Happy time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. They'll work against the blitz. Hits him on the out route. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Right side into the hands of Allen. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Working quickly here.
That's another Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds it. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. New set of downs from 37.
That's another Chargers first down.
Herbert on 1st down. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Tackled by a Charger for 9 seasons. Had over 70 sacks for him. Joey Bosa.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Herbert throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. Spins out of one side. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run with Hampton. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Catch made. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Chargers make it an 11-point ball game.
Chargers 10.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he stopped him right as he gets up past the 15.
On the go.
1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our look around the NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home to take on the Buffalo Bills. And it's Khalil Shakir. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Bills are moving on. They'll play again next week for the AFC title. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the LA Rams. And this is Christian Watson. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 52 yards, touchdown. The Packers use that bye week to their advantage. They'll get another home game next week in their quest for the Super Bowl. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. Let's find in our AFC Championship on the line. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Herbert back to throw. He gets this one against him. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They go play action. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Johnston. All right. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. He's still going at the 30. Connects on the crosser. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. To the ground they go with Judkins. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Here's Judkins. He's out in the clear. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So 1st down from the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Run right side, Judkins. No repeat success in that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Their work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. Working out of the gun, Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. Where it's down on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. And that's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, so they will get nothing on that return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. 1st and 10 from the 32. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down. So that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Great spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Gives it downfield on target to Ganson. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It goes for 32 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
It's a gain of 32.
It's Herbert once more. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Finds him on the crossing route. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take the lead on the first play of the drive. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there is a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns push their lead to 3. To kick it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First call here coming from the shotgun. We've got a man in motion. Throwing on first is Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at that 33-yard line.
The play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
And it's third down. Third and 6.
To the air on third and long. Snapped by Allen. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action now for Herbert. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Set. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. With Mason Graham engulfing that play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Low left side, grabbed by Allen. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Lion. Go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing now off the play action. Herbert lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this one, not surprisingly, brought a loss of yards. They had to scramble to even get that football back. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Chargers football, and they trail. Need to fight to keep their postseason going. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's third and long.
Set. Ready.
Third and long for him here. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on the back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. To the air, Sanders. Completed over the middle. The 30. He's at the 10. Push for the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. You should know this by now, but I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, brother. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. So the Browns make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
And the Chargers
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
And the Chargers first
Herbert from the gun. On it to the yearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down.
Captain. Go.
Herbert to throw once more. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And they take him down right along the 30.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Drops this one off to Hampton. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
And the Chargers first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got it near the 8. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game. Crawley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And as they get started, we get to see some of the first-year players who've taken this league by storm and are leading our race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Here's Judkins on 1st down. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Next on the crosser. And he has it right in midfield here, just about a yard short. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a 1st.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. Crossing out throwing that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
Junkins. He's going to have this one down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready? Bronco 80. Ready up.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Hits him on the out route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 6.
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And it sets up 2nd down.
19.
Running this is Junkins. Has room into the secondary. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Another one for Junkins. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
They'll set up here for the point after. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! And they're not able to transform the block into 2 points. He's tackled short, and they get nothing following the touchdown.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel it. The whole sideline gets deflated. But I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams. And you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is. So making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
The Chargers send wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Hampton underneath. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Go.
Shotgun give to Hampton. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
Go. Hey, go.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of
Moving
2.
quickly, trying to get set.
Tiger. Go.
2 yards on the play. First
Herbert
down.
on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete here to Hampton. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
A loss of 2 yards.
On third down, Herbert lofts it deep right side. Into the hands of Ganson. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Sanders going to throw here on first. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. L.A. uses a timeout here. It's second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. From the gun, Judkins. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
Come on.
Another game to Judkins. And they're going to be set up, Brock, with 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Reload! Back! Deputy Lions!
Judkins does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big...
And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns go up by 8 at the end. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
A chance to make it a 2-score game now and likely clinch the win with this try. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We got a 2-score game now late. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
22 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Throwing now, Herbert. momentum here as they hurry to that line.
15 yards. And the Chargers first down.
And they spike the football as we get down under 50 seconds to play. Clock inside of 50 seconds now. 2nd and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Looking to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It's tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it. So they take the field goal right there, Kate. That's the right play. I think you've got to make that decision, especially with no timeouts left. And now comes the critical kick. I think an onside kick is coming right here.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one is complete to Fannin. He has the first down for the Browns. And that should be enough to clinch them this victory.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Browns first down.
19 strikes.
They're going to pass it here. They're still going to the 30. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.